Hi, I'm Ed,
I'm John.
and welcome to another episode of Small Town Puller. On this episode, we're working on my tractor, a tractor we call My Alcohol Addiction. We're going to try to have this tractor ready for a pull that we're hoping to attend in the end of March, along with my wife's tractor, which we got a lot of work to do on. We want to take that one as well, along with Jonathan's. Jonathan's is almost ready to go, so that one shouldn't take much. The other two are going to take quite a bit of work to get them ready to go. Along with that, we're going to be attending the NTPA pull in Shipshewana, Indiana, the second week in March, and we have one other weekend that we're busy, so we don't have a ton of time. We'll give you a quick walk around the tractor and then get started on putting it together. So this is the tractor I like to run. It runs in, we call it like a 1400 pound outlaw class. It's powered by a Ford 2.3 liter 4-cylinder. These are real common in like Mustangs and Thunderbirds and stuff like that. Ford made a couple turboed versions. This is naturally aspirated. The short block in it is actually a completely stock short block. The original short block is actually sitting over there. That one is bored 30 thousandths over and had a set of custom pistons. However, the first year I ran it once right after I got it, and then when we pulled the motor apart, it wasn't good. We found a whole bunch of broken rings and a whole bunch of scored cylinders. So I ran all of 2020 with a spare short block, and it worked out all right. When we pulled it apart at the end of 2020, the compression was down on it a little bit, so I made the decision that at minimum we were going to re-ring it and kind of go over the tractor front to back. Well, I got really busy, and we ended up not running it at all in 2021. So now we're hoping to have it back out here again. All right, sorry, but I didn't run it all in 2022. I did run it all in 21, and now we're hoping to have it back out for the 2023 season. We're hoping to hit a couple indoor pulls. But again, it's not much. The head has had a bunch of work done to it. It does have to have an aftermarket cam. I did send the head out. We shaved another 10 thousandths off the head, and we're going to do rings, bearings, everything in the lower or in the short block. And then we have another block we're going to try to put together to potentially get us a little more power. Everything in the back is all stuff I put together. I bought the tractor. Like I say, I ran it once. We built the cage for it. I put put the fenders, or made the fenders. And tonight, I think that's what we're going to try to do is get the cage officially bolted in, get the fenders and stuff placed on. Then maybe we'll go back down to mounting the brakes, because we do have steering brakes on this. That's something else I kind of did a couple of years, or when I put it back together. And again, we're gonna get all the fenders and everything on it.
Yeah.
All right, let's get working. Well, the fenders are installed. Thought us a little bit. Since the time that we initially kind of put them together, there's been a lot of painting and a couple other little modifications made to it. But overall, they didn't go too bad. Fit about like we were wanting them to. Like I said, we did fight with a couple of things on the back, or with putting in the rivets and everything. But overall, they went in pretty good. Now it's time to move on to putting the tunnel back on and the dash back onto it. Jonathan really wants to be able to put the seat back on this thing so he can sit in it again. He hasn't been able to sit in it for over a year, so he's kind of looking forward to being able to kind of hang out on this thing again. So let's grab all that stuff and start putting that on.
Yes, sir.
Ready?
Oh.
Can you get the wrench off?
Yeah, I did.
All right, ready? You ready?
Yep.
You ready yet? You ready? What the is going on here? Ready? I'm going to tighten it.
Yep.
All right, we're good there.
Good?
Yep. And the tunnel and dash are all bolted in. We are gonna put some nylock nuts on the bottom of these. I didn't have any stainless, and those are stainless button bolts, so I don't want to kind of mix them. If you ever mix stainless hardware with standard steel hardware, they will kind of lock themselves together, so you gotta be very careful. If you do decide to do that, use some Never Seas or something on it to kind of help keep lubricating the threads. But the seat fits in it again. So this is the first time anyone has sat in this tractor in a long time. Both the seat and the belt are just kind of sitting in there, but Jonathan's been kind of looking forward to being able to have this thing, you know, kind of looking like a tractor again. So we're gonna call it a night for tonight, and then next time you see us, we're gonna be back putting all the wheelie bars and everything on that table over there, kind of back on it. So we'll see you in a little bit. So here, my table full of parts, the wheelie bars, the hitch. This is a mounting plate for the brackets, or for the front brakes, or rear brakes. Bunch of stuff for the throttle. We gotta get some bushings. I'd like to remake this piece. This is the one that was with the tractor when I got it. The Willwood brakes and stuff for it. The brakes on this thing are kind of a odd concoction. You can see the rotors or the hats are sitting over here. All the brakes, the rotors and the calipers on this are actually off of a 2019 Polaris Ranger Razor. It's the front brakes off of them. So that's what the calipers and rotors are off of. And then I've just got them hooked to some Willwood master cylinders. It seems to work okay. I wouldn't mind a little bit bigger rotor or a little bit better calipers on them, but they do work. So we're probably just gonna let it go. We're still looking to build a different tank. I got a guy stopping by today. We're hoping to build a different tank for it, and I want to make a different mount for the fuel pump yet. So we still have a bunch of work to do, but again, we're going to try to get into a rolling chassis yet today. I started installing some of the wiring. Again, all that's loose. I'm still waiting on some switches. We're going to put a little fuse box in it and get all that stuff hooked up. But as long as we can get a rolling chassis today and get a list of everything we need, we should be okay to get it ready for Waterloo.
Okay.
Like I say, don't tighten it down yet, because I want to...
Well, get it. Oh, we'll tighten it at least.
I want to be able to move that ring inside. All right, now snug it down.
Wait, up.
Right away. Other one. Nuts already off that one.
Isn't that backwards?
Maybe. Just wanted to see if you were paying attention.
Really?
Nope. This one can go like this.
Dad, could you squeeze that?
Not right now.
Yep.
Alright, where are the rest of our bolts at? I lost something. I think I missed. Oh, right here. So we'll use these. These look like they're good. You would think all this stuff's been on here once before.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe let's put that one in first. This one's easier to work with.
What?
We'll put that one in first because We don't need that washer.
We don't.
Not anymore. Can you hold up on this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you.
What do we have after this?
All the hitch and everything.
Oh. So we will have to come back after lunch.
Yeah. Alright, so that one's tight. You know, it'd been a lot easier if we'd have done this before we put the fenders on.
Mm-hmm.
Drop that.
Mm-hmm.
And I do this. And I do this. We can get them all started. Sweet. Alright, so we do got the hitch all mounted up in there. We're going to go to the wheelie bars, and there's another big bracket that goes in here to kind of help support the hitch. Brakes took us a lot longer this morning than they should have. They're a little temperamental, but we've got them on there and kind of sitting where they need to sit. Everything spins pretty smooth right now. So we're going to mount the wheelie bars both up on both sides, and this actually holds the bracket for the kill switch as well. So we're going to get all them bolted in there. Got our piles of bolts and wrenches, and we're going to get all this stuff put together. Then we can mount the seat and kind of move forward. And we're one step closer to being able to drop it down on the ground, roll it over, and actually wash this thing for the first time in probably a year and a half. Ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's do this. You getting her? Maybe try putting your hand up through over here, Jonathan. It might go a little bit easier.
Give me a
I can. Jonathan just had one of them great moments that everybody's gone through where the bolt started and they think they're tightening it, and to find out the ratchet's going the wrong way. So now he's putting that bolt back in. He'll get her. He's got smaller hands. Oh, there you go. I think that's the right spot. Did you get her started? Mm-hmm. All right, you're back in action. this episode of Small Town Puller. As you can see, we got the tractor put back together again, and we're down to a bunch of small little things to finish it to head to that pull at the end of March. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Next time we're going to be working on my wife's tractor, getting that one disassembled and get ready to put the new seat and roll cage on it, and then get that one ready to go to the pull at the end of March as well. So, I'm Ed.
I'm Jonathan. Please like, share, and subscribe.
We'll see you later.